Hey y'all, my name is Rylan. Welcome to my channel. Today I have a very exciting announcement video for the second round of Mini Spooktober. For those of y'all who don't know, for the last 2 Octobers, I have run a month-long readathon called the Spooktober Readathon. It is basically a month where we just read all the spooky books. There are 3 teams, points, there's a winning team, all that jazz, and it's such a fun time. Last March, which is kind of the halfway point between 1 October and the next October, I did a round of Mini Spooktober, which is like the Spooktober Readathon, only it was just 1 week long versus the entire month long. This year, I'm super excited to be hosting that again. This readathon is a lot more laid back than the Spooktober Readathon. Not that the Spooktober Readathon is stressful in my opinion, it's just there's not as many moving parts to it because it is just a week long and it's just going to be a lot simpler and yeah, more laid back. So I have all the information for the readathon written down right here. Before I share all of the juicy details on this sticky note right here, I do just want to mention that if you participated in Spooktober for the first time last October, so in 2021, this readathon is going to look a little bit different. There will be no teams, there will be no points, there is no system, I guess, to how you have to read your books. I try not to be super strict with Spooktober, that is never my intention, but I do make it so like you can't double up on prompts. You have 2 team books that will help you get more points, yeah, and stuff like that. That just kind of makes it more systematic, or it's more structured, I guess is the word. But because this round, this mini round, is only a week long, I'm not worrying about any of that. The goal is just to read a couple of spooky books, whether that be 1 or 2 spooky books, or 5 or 6 spooky books. The choice is up to you. You can double up on the prompts that I have, you can skip prompts. I just want to, yeah, have a time where we kind of dive back into the books that a lot of us tend to focus on reading during the month of October when it is Halloween season and we're all just feeling the creepy vibes. So this round of Mini Spooktober will be taking place from April 3rd through the 9th. This is a couple of weeks later than the last round took place, but I did a voting thing on our Discord and this week won the most votes. So Mini Spooktober Part 2 or Round 2 will be on April 3rd, or it will be starting on April 3rd and finishing on April 9th. There are 5 prompts that I have for this round. The first prompt is to read a spooky book that has an adaptation. So whether it be a TV show or a movie, the goal is to find a thriller or mystery or horror book that has an adaptation on screen. The second prompt is to read the shortest spooky book on your TBR, whether that be on your TBR for the month of April or on your TBR for the entire year or like your entire life. It doesn't matter. You choose how you want to interpret that. I know a lot of people do read a lot of thrillers and horror and mystery books throughout the month, so if your TBR is already full of that, even outside of the readathon in April, you can, choose from that list in general. The third prompt is randomized. You can do this however you want, whether you do a random number generator or like a spinning wheel or have somebody else pick your book for you, or you just like close your eyes and like point at something, it doesn't matter to me. Yeah, this is just a randomized prompt, so however you pick your book for that prompt, it's up to you. I don't really care. You do it however you want, but the goal is to just get a book that is randomized. The fourth prompt is to read a book by your favorite spooky author. So an author who writes mysteries, thrillers, or horror books. And the final prompt is to read a spooky book that you have been putting off. I have a bunch of these, a bunch of thrillers or horror books that I've put on my TBRs in the past and never got around to reading them. So I will definitely have to look through that pile or that list that I have and pick something off of there for this prompt because I know that there's a lot on there. Those are the 5 prompts for this round of Mini Spooktober. You can skip prompts if you want, you can double up on prompts, triple up on prompts, it doesn't really matter to me. If you are not already in our Discord, I will have it linked in the description down below. It was so much fun to create that for the last round of Spooktober, which was last October. I think I had it for the March round too last year, but I definitely developed it a lot more for October. So I'll be keeping most of those channels in that server. I will be making private the team chats because for the next round of Spooktober. Those are going to be kind of switched up a little bit. Wink, wink. I'm really great at that. I have some really big plans for the October round that I'm already kind of trying to think through. So I will be locking, closing, I don't know what the term is. I'll be making some of those channels private for this round, but I still think that a lot of us will be very active. It was a very active server in October and I just had so much fun being on there with everybody. I do plan to go live a couple of times that week. I want to say 2 times for now because I think that's a good number, but I might try to go live another time or 2 beyond that for some reading sprints. I will also be in the Discord, you know, throughout that week hosting reading sprints, and I'm sure other people will be doing so as well. People love just hopping in and out whenever they can, you know, and reading with other people whenever they are available, even if I am not, which I love to see. So we will have that Discord server up and running for this round of mini Spooktober. I think that is all I have for this announcement video. If I have forgotten anything, I will include it or share it in the Discord and the Instagram and Twitter accounts that I have for Spooktober as well. Feel free to join us in the Discord down below if you haven't already. I am so beyond excited for this. I cannot wait to dive into some new thrillers and horror books that I have owned for quite a while but haven't gotten around to yet. I always have such a fun time with the Spooktober Readathon, and I'm so excited to be hosting this next mini round on April 3rd through April 9th. Thank you all so much for watching this announcement video, and I will see you all in the next one.